Hello, hello, collective. Thank you so much for waiting for me to get back to you so that we could see what's going on. I appreciate you allowing me to take February off. I really needed to do that as I took a trip back home. And on the way out of that trip, I ended up getting really sick. And then I finally healed after that, but it's been taking me a little bit longer to kind of heal. Like around 2 o'clock, I start to get really tired. Then not only that, but I started my master's in business. And so all of that just kind of happened really quickly. And I just didn't have the energy to sustain everything that was happening in my life at that moment. So I do really appreciate you still saying subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. I want to thank you guys who are subscribed already. If you're new here, I want to thank you for coming and checking out my channel. We are going to look into the energy today, and the reason why I'm deciding to do a reading is because I have been asked by several people to tell them what the energy is of the February 22nd, 2022. So Tuesday, Tuesday, the second day of the week, if you want to look at it that way, and then the second month, and then the 22nd, and then 2022. We do know that whenever you have a lot of twos, that we're talking about partnership, balance, and anywhere there's any kind of imbalance or division inside of your life, then those are the things that we're really trying to, the energy is trying to balance that out. So especially with the twin flame stuff, that's the same thing. The reason why the twin flames or the deep soulmate connections are coming together right now is because that's what balances out the earth. So you have these very strong relationships that they can't stop thinking about each other. They can't get each other out of their minds. They can't, like, they see the person is reminded of the person everywhere all the time. And that's because in this point in time, those relationships are supposed to balance out. And balance could mean many things. It could mean that they come together and they have a good relationship finally, or it could mean that it balances out because all the truth has been told, and if they decide to go their separate ways, at least the truth has been told. Because the energy of truth is extremely important on the planet because it is of the light. One of my favorite readers that I listen to all the time, his name is Steve's Love Tarot, and he talks about how we're going to start seeing archangels, Michael's Sword of Truth, which is the Ace of Swords, in a lot of our readings. And that's because truth is really, really important way to balance out energy that hasn't been balanced yet. So, meaning that, like, if somebody's keeping secrets and the truth has not been told, then there's an imbalance in the energy there. For instance, one of the things that I did find out recently was I did a 23andMe, and I found out that my father may not be my father. So the person who said that he was my biological father may not be. And that's the other reason why I haven't been on, because I'm processing quite a bit of things. Not only am I getting my master's now, and so my focus is there. Also, I have a focus on my children too, because I homeschool them. And then on top of all of that, I found out some interesting information that is leading me in a new direction in my life. So with all that being said, let's figure out what's going on in the February 22nd, 2022 energy. So I'm asking the universe, I'm only accepting the highest and best truth for the highest and best good, bringing forth the most accurate answers for my soul group. We are not splitting this up into signs right this moment. This is for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. And you know when you talk to your friends that the same energy is happening, it's just playing out differently. We're looking at the energy for what's going on. So if this reading does not resonate with you, it's not for you, and that's okay. You can just go to a different reader. This message is only really for a certain number of people. Now, we all share the same energy, okay? But there's lots of energy on the planet. So if it doesn't resonate with you, then it's just not your reading, and that's okay. Remember that the energies can be reversed, so assign the roles you please. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can stick around because there might be something in it you need to hear. Sometimes I do give some valuable nuggets of information. This message is timeless. So even though it's 2, whatever, specifically for a day, it is if you need to balance anything out in your life. So if you're in an imbalanced situation and you know that there's things that need to be balanced out, this reading could be for you. So if you're wanting to know the last reading I did, it is on the top of the screen, and I always have suggested videos at the end. If you like this reading or entertain in some way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you get notified as soon as I post something new. Here we go. Let's find out what this energy is. I haven't done this spread in a long time, and there it is, the Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth. Check that out. Did I just talk about that or what? All right. Oh, nice, though. I do like it. Very good. So if I need to pull any other cards, I will, but let's get right into it. Okay, so the overall energy for the 2 energy is twofold. So we have on one side, we have this King of Cups, which is a masculine energy. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. You could be a female with a masculine energy. It's just someone who has a masculine energy. We do have masculine and feminine inside of us. We have more than, sometimes we have more of the other than, we try to balance that out within ourselves, okay? Sometimes we're too masculine and sometimes we're too feminine. So we should be balanced within ourselves with that as well. So this could be balancing out the masculine and the feminine energy within you. However, I am feeling like this is someone who has a huge cup of love for someone, but they've never told the other person. So if you are not into a reading or hearing about love, this may not be your reading. But remember, this could be love in any aspect. It could be wherever you have a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romance. It could be a friendship. It could be anywhere in your life. There's somebody who admires somebody else and sees them as the Empress. So the masculine energy sees the feminine energy as an Empress. They have a full cup of love, but the King of Cups does not share the full cup of love. So he has the Ace of Cups. That's what he holds, but he does not give it, or is not giving it. We'll find out in just a moment why that is happening. But we have this masculine energy who has a ton of love for someone, sees them and puts them on a pedestal, and they are their Empress, okay? This card right here that is coupling, I'm hearing a couple of different scenarios. So let's start with the first one. The King of Cups is going to Hermit to find the answers they need to go forth into speaking with, communicating with, or having some sort of relationship with the feminine energy, the Empress energy. And the Empress energy is if you want to talk about hierarchy with the cards, the strongest, most beautiful, most everything, most independent, that person is the Empress. So she is at the top of all of the female cards. The second person, in my opinion, which is right underneath her, is the Queen of Pentacles. And we'll talk about this one in a second because she's crossing over this next part. We'll talk about it. All right, so the scenario I'm hearing is this person needs to go inside to gain the strength, gain the confidence, to balance out this relationship. The other thing I'm hearing is the King of Cups knows that the Empress is the light. The Empress is lighting the way. The Empress is showing the way. The Empress is shining so bright and being an amazing Empress, because I just read the book, The Little Soul in the Sun, because I wanted to send it to someone that was in the hospital, and I told this person I would send this book to them, and I thought how nice it would be for me just to read it to them and send it to in a video. So that's what I did. And in that book, which is right above the screen right here, I don't know if it'll pop up, but if it does, it's right here. In that book, let me pull it out, because there's such a great passage in that book. Let me pull it out. Hold up. Okay, so this is a passage that's really important. It says, "Because you see, I will have been pretending so hard, I will have forgotten myself. And if you do not remember me as I really am, I may not be able to remember for a very long time. And if I forget who I am, you may even forget who you are, and we will both be lost. Then we will need another soul to come along and remind us both of who we are." So, and I feel like that's what this is. Right here is this person shining so bright to help the other person see who they really are, to remember that they are the light of God, to remember that The only darkness is what we have here on this planet. But if you take away this planet and we go back to where we came from originally, all we are is light. And that's it. And so it's like this person knows that the Empress has been shining the light or holding the light in the darkness that they've been feeling and that they've been in. And they don't want the light to go away. They need that light. They look forward to the light. They're in their darkness, and they're in the density, and it's heavy, and it's murky, and it's difficult. But the one thing they do have is this relationship, is this connection that shows them where the light is. So whenever there's like a lighthouse, whenever they're lost, they're shining like a beacon, like a lighthouse, like come this way, like showing the ship where to go. This is the land, it's over here. This is the light, follow the light. It's like that. Okay, so there's just different scenarios happening with that. One, the person needs to go inside and really gain the strength and gain the confidence to come forward and speak to this other person. Okay, otherwise, what I'm hearing is that if you are the Empress, know that you being confident within yourself, you focusing on your own healing, every time you heal yourself, you're healing this person. Okay, because there's such a deep connection, whether this is a romance or not, there is somebody in your life that is a very deep connection that the better you do, the better they do, because energetically you're tied together. So the more you heal, the more they will heal. You know, yes, they have their free will, and a lot of times that's super questionable. It's why a lot of twin flames haven't come together just yet, because there's a lot of Emperor energy, and we're going to talk about that next. And that's where they're saying that we're coming from. So this connection is coming from an Emperor energy. In this case, the Emperor is not in a good space. The Emperor is when somebody's trying to control their life, and they are trying to be the authority, and it's the way I say is the way it's going to go, and I have it my way, and my way is more important, or I don't give my feelings to people. I am not vulnerable. I do not do those types of things. And they do not allow themselves to have happiness. The Emperor is the card the most that I feel that if it is in a certain position in the cards, it makes me feel like the Emperor is the one who holds himself back from happiness because he's too structured, he's too logical, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female on this card. This could be a male or female. So whoever's in your life is super like, I don't even want to say authoritative because it could be, but more domineering. They have super excessive control going on. And they're disciplining themselves in the wrong aspect of their life. So they're disciplining themselves in the logical aspects of their life, and they're cutting off all of their emotions. Like, I will not be emotional because emotions is vulnerability, and vulnerability is death. That's basically the energy. But this is the energy that is in the past. It's a past energy. It's where we're coming from. That means that there's been some sort of growth happening because of the full moon, which I didn't do any of these readings, but there was a full moon in Leo, which was really important. The sun is now shining in Pisces, which is now with Jupiter in Pisces. So that's a good combination. A lot of readers are saying that March is going to be very beautiful. So I can't wait to do the March readings. I kind of wished I would have done the February readings, but I really just didn't have the energy for it. So, and I need to make sure that I'm in a good space when I do these readings. So that's the past energy. The present energy that we're dealing with is we have a page. That could be the King of Cups, smaller energy, okay? Noticing that someone's talent is shining. They are really, I do want to say it. They're spying. You know, they're really seeing this person glow up, right? And so this is crossing over that energy. So we have a page of Pentacles. And this is new opportunity. So we do have money news in February. I'm sorry, end of February. March, I think, is full of more money news for people. So those of you guys who are needing some money coming in, it's a good month for it. It's super auspicious. You could get job offers this month for those people who are wanting to, if they need to balance it out. So for those of you who you need to quit a job and start a new job, it'd be a good month to, kind of take a look at that and see if you could balance out your life a lot better. So if your job is too demanding, you can start looking for another job that isn't as demanding, and you would have better luck this month. This is somebody who's checking out someone, though. As you can see, the page is looking at this pentacle. Well, he's looking at the pentacle that she's holding, okay? So she's holding a pentacle, and the page is looking at, he's examining it. He's trying, this could be male or female. I'm just saying he because it's a he on the card. But he's looking at it like it's a new opportunity. Like, should I make this move into this newness and this new whatever? You know what I mean? We have 2 pentacle cards here. That's another indication that there's good money happening at 2-2, the whole balancing out of the 2s month, right? So the Queen of Pentacles. Remember I told you they didn't have another Empress. The next card that they would give me is the Queen of Pentacles. So somebody's checking out the Queen of Pentacles, checking out the feminine energy, seeing the light. There it is again. The light is shining, looking for the light. Should I go to, he's examining it. Should I go towards the light? Should I do this? It's a very earth energy, grounded energy. That's what we want. We want a grounded energy. And so, yeah, it's almost like, it's funny. It's almost like she gave him that, right? And he's looking at it and like, I don't know. What do you think? Should I do it? You know? And what's that question? The question at hand is the sword of truth. So should I be looking for the sword of truth? It's interesting. I'm getting a different scenario because they're explaining something to me in my own life right now as I'm listening. And there's somebody who's been in the background, has seen you glow up or watched you, maybe like, I don't know if you've seen the new Ghostbusters, and I don't want to give it away, but there is this point where she's like, my father didn't care about me, and then later in the movie she does see that he cared about her, right? And I kind of gave that away. I'm sorry if you haven't seen that, but he, you know, there's I won't want to tell you, but there's like a scene in the movie, and it's kind of like they're showing me that where somebody has like pretty much kept tabs on you, not in a bad way, but kind of kept tabs on you as you've grown up throughout your life. And they want to be a part of your life, but you know, it's just, like a father figure. So I guess they're showing me that because you're asking about the sword of truth. And so the sword of truth can be many different ways. And I was telling you in my own life, my sword of truth is like, who's my father, right? So am I ready for that truth? Am I ready to do some more tests and see if I can find out any more information, since I'm not going to be able to get it from my mother? There's no way, right? So it's kind of like that. Do I dig in really to find out what this truth is? What would be the point? You know, or, you know, so something like that. So same thing here. Maybe the king is saying, should I tell the truth? Should I just lay out my feelings on the table, let this person know that I believe that this Empress is wonderful and has been a really significant part of my life? And I'm trying not to read this in a romantic way because not everybody is, but somebody has been very significant to somebody else's life. And they maybe haven't told them. Okay, but there's some truth and so who's ever viewing this is probably asking, when am I going to get the truth? When am I finally going to get that new beginning? When am I finally going to when's my hard work going to pay off? And, you know, Archangel Michael's going to come in with this sort of truth and just tell me. Okay, so the energy that's coming towards us is this, the 7 of, there's your truth. A lot of it too. Look at that. Wow. So this card is a card that is about betrayal and deception, getting away with stuff. And it can be somebody who has an imposter syndrome, somebody who's been keeping secrets. So let's go ahead and dive into that, because is that what we're getting? Or is this person bringing a bunch of truths, you know, or are you about to find out a whole bunch this month in March? You know, let's find out. As I'm shuffling for that, I just want to talk about the next card, which is the energy that you're in is the full energy, you know? So it's like we're going to find out this one in a second. So the Fool energy is like a very innocent energy. Hold on real quick. Okay, it's an innocent energy. You're kind of just like, you know what? Yeah, I just want to know. The Fool is someone who doesn't hold back. You know, they're kind of reckless and they're out taking risks. So maybe you're like, I do want to go towards, like in my situation, maybe I do want to find out who this person is. I do want to find out, is the dad who portrayed himself to be my real dad all these years really my dad? You know what I mean? Or is there someone else? Right? So let's dive into this. So this right here, we're going to talk about this card right here. It's clarified it. This Seven of Swords is somebody is going to be coming towards you that has been really protective over their heart, their vulnerability, their emotions. They've been super protective. But they've done I wouldn't say a tremendous amount of work, but enough work to kind of lay down some of the feelings that they've had between you and them. They are making a decision to go towards their happiness, and not just any happiness, but a happiness that makes them feel like a child again, that makes them feel young again, that makes them want to frolic and play and really enjoy this full energy. Okay, so that's the clarifying that. I mean, basically you have somebody who was super protective over their finances, over their mind, over their body, over their everything. Super protective, had a lot of wall around their heart, just super closed off. And but this is a card of relaxation, like they're relaxing over their emperor ways. So you remember we had the emperor, that's where they were coming from. So they're kind of relaxing a little bit, and they're learning how to relax. They're learning how to actually crack open the door a little bit and let some energy in, you know, get some of that stagnation out of their life. And they're making a decision on whether or not they want to go towards this happiness, okay? The people around you, so there it is right there, the person around you or the one you're waiting for is coming towards you. The thing about this card, though, let's go ahead and clarify that a little bit. I do want to get a themed card before I'm out. But the thing about this card is they have something in their life that they thought was love that they're moving away from because they've realized that it's not. Like those are empty cups. They're not full of anything. It's a facade. It's fake. And they're tired of living in this fake life. Like they want genuine authenticity. And they know that the only place they're going to find it is with you. Okay, let's take a look at, though. I want to clarify this Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about movement for sure. And it's also about somebody walking away, leaving something behind, something that they were fearful of. Because they have that red cloak on, and that is fear. They're going towards, they put the fear on, they're like, fear or not, we're going to have this, you know, connection. Okay. So there's been some betrayal and some deception in this person's life. They want to tell you about it, and you make them happy. So they're going to go towards their happiness. They know that you are a soul contract. They know that this is important for them. If they do not go towards you, they will get a tower moment, which will hopefully make them feel strong enough to come towards you with more truth, with Archangel Michael's sword of truth. Okay, so what you're looking for and what you really want to happen is just to be done with the painful words, to be done with the burden that you've carried all these years, the responsibility that you've put on yourself over something that maybe you didn't need to be responsible for, something that you've stressed out over, something that you've burned yourself out over. You know, you're willing to be done with this. You want to put all of that down, and you don't mind having a conversation about it to do it. Whatever needs to happen, I think you're pretty open about that. The overall energy is the same card. Wow. So for whether it's 0 to 3 months or 3 to 6 months from now, there's a lot of planning going on. It's a lot of, like in this card right here, 0 to 3 months, this is a card that when I first looked at it, I felt like someone pondering on their life, whether they're looking back and looking at judgment, or whether they're looking forward as what they want to do. That's what we do. We have to look at our lives continuously and decide where do we want to go? What do we want to heal from the past? How can we move forward? And that's how you create. So this is a card of deciding what it is that you want to create. And then we have it again where we have this card of the future. So let me see where we're going with that. I'm going to go ahead and take these down because I want to clarify these two cards. All right. I just want to clarify what is this this Three of Swords. You know, I know it's a card of contemplation. It's a card of looking ahead, growth, expansion. You know, looking at the obstacles and the delays or anything that may have frustrated you. It's always looking to see if there's anything else we can balance. If there's anything else we can let go that we can move forward towards instead of living in stagnation. Okay. So the Emperor, they're giving us the same story. The Emperor, so let me see if I can say this. So the three, we'll do this one in a second. The Three of Swords is an emperor who is now looking towards the light. The Emperor is a very stagnant energy. He's like stoic. He's like the 3D dimensional, manly, masculine energy. You know, it's like that. That's what he is. But I think that he's looking towards the light now. He sees the illusions that he's been in, and he wants his Queen of Pentacles. Okay, he wants stability. He wants somebody who's generous, somebody who is good at finances and at their health, and he wants somebody who's more reliable and affectionate and all of these things. Like, she's one of my favorite queens because she's very balanced. And it's almost like she's looking at a checklist and she's like, yep, I'm good at that. And I figured that out and I figured that out. It's like when I first learned about like Roth IRAs and stuff like that, I was like, check, you know. When I learned how to balance my budget, I was like, check. You know, when I learned how to do my taxes, I was like, check. I'm becoming an actual adult, you know. So it's kind of like that. You know, I had like this checklist in my mind that I saw what a good adult looks like. Like, I'm really good to my children, check, okay, you know. And if I don't check off one of those boxes, I work really hard to make sure I can check off that box, you know. It's like that. All right, so now we're going to take a look at this is 3 to 6 months from now. What is going to happen? And so I want to clarify this Two of Wands. Two of Wands is generally somebody letting go of something and going towards something new. That's generally what it is. But this person is manifesting because they're looking inside of their crystal ball to see, you know, or they're spying. I don't know. Spying energy. Okay. So, wow. So this is a little bit different. This is somebody examining their life, seeing what they can let go, seeing the heartbreak and the emotional pain that they have, the negative self-talk, working through the negative energy, the devil energy, which is looking at their shadow self or anything that's limiting them inside of their life right now and deciding how they want to move forward with that. You know, what do they want to take with them? What do they want to leave? So I don't know. There's some sort of situation. I want to dive into that a little bit because it's not super clear. Because in one hand, okay, so the issue with this person coming in and going out, the energy has been for a while now. Like, oh, they're coming. No, they're not. Oh, they're coming. No, their free will talked them out of it. You know what I mean? Or their ego talked them out of it or whatever. So it's been a lot of this push and pull. And that's when I read that, I kind of felt the same thing. Like 0 to 3 months, they're like, oh my God, let's do this. And then 3 to 6 months, they're right back into their feeling that limitations and the negative self-talk and all of that. So, oops. I just want to see what the outcome is. Let's take this card down. I want to see what the outcome is. Ooh. So communication and sword of truth. That's what they wanted. That is the ultimate outcome. That's what the universe is trying to do. The universe is trying to help this person see that if they just tell the truth, it will balance out the energy. Like, there's nothing worse than thinking that you have something so horrible to say that it would just ruin everybody's lives. And then once you do say it, it's like, oh, it really wasn't that big of a deal. Like, the energy of you holding on to it is worse than what it really is. You know, and somebody's reaction may not be half as bad as you think it's going to be, right? And that's kind of the feeling, that the energy that I'm feeling with this is like, there's some divine communication about some serious truth that the universe is trying to get this person to come forward and balance out this energy. So we have the Emperor, again, who has an unexpected truth to tell. And they're trying to get the courage to do it because they would have to leave what they're in first in order to actually tell this truth. And sometimes it's just really comfortable to be in what you're in. You know, it's like, you know, at least I know this crap. You know, at least I know this energy. But if I go forward, it's uncharted area. I don't really know that. And the Lovers, there it is. The Emperor has the sword of truth. So whether or not they're going to move forward towards love or not. That's the question. It's been the question for a very long time. So somebody needs to balance out this energy. And the energy on the planet is so strong right now for that. And if they choose not to, they're going to have to come back and do it again. Like, don't waste your lifetime because of your ego or because of your fear. Don't waste a lifetime. You only have this lifetime that you were going to come and learn all these awesome lessons for you to turn around and, oh, I'm not going to do that. That's too scary. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Okay, well, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time on this planet. And if you pass before you're able to actually hear or give the sword of truth, that's all on you. You know what I mean? And I'm talking to your person right here. That's all on you. Like, they should come and use this lifetime to balance out this energy and get this lesson learned so that they don't have to do it again. All right, let's find out. Somebody's got some serious pride going on. Their ego is totally in the way. It's holding them back. And that's what the 2222 energy is trying to do, is release that pride and that ego. But people have free will. That person needs to surrender. They're not. That is what their purpose is to surrender to your vulnerability. Surrender. We learned a lot this year that the divine feminine is learning about her self-worth and her confidence and shining real bright. And the divine masculine is learning how to be vulnerable. And vulnerability was not even respected or thought of in the I want to say the 90s, the 2000s, but now we're in 2022, and vulnerability on a masculine energy is a very sexy energy. It is a very connected energy, and self-worth in a feminine energy is highly attractive. So if you want to be attractive, those are the things you need to work on. If you are a feminine energy, then you need to work on your self-worth. And if you are a masculine energy, you need to work on being more vulnerable. Okay? Because that's what sells, or, that's what people are attracted to these days. All right, guys, if you like this reading and you're entertained in some way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. On the screen is a suggested video. Have a great day, and I will see you as soon as I can. Bye.